Welcome to the Ogden City Council's quick meeting recap for the work session, City Council, and special RDA meetings that took place on Tuesday, February 23rd, 2021. In the work session, the Council received an annual report from the Ogden Downtown Alliance. The organization highlighted their online efforts to continue emphasizing what the downtown area has to offer. The presentation included plans for the 2021 Farmers Market and Modified Harvest Moon Festival this fall. The Council has requested reports from local foundations and nonprofit organizations that have a contractual agreement with Ogden City. These presentations help the Council to become more familiar with the objectives and efforts of these organizations. The Council discussed a budget amendment to adjust certain salary ranges and recognize revenue from the sale of fleet assets. The amendment would increase the salary ranges for building inspectors and plan reviewers. It would also transfer funding from the Salary Contingency Fund to cover the additional fiscal year 2021 payroll costs, totaling $8,050. The budget amendment also recognizes revenue of $286,900 from the sale of fleet assets and appropriates the funds in the capital improvement plan for use in the fleet replacement program. The Council will hold a public hearing and consider this item on March 16th. The Council discussed a budget amendment and a capital improvement plan amendment for airport infrastructure upgrades. The budget amendment would recognize $6 million from the state of Utah for the Ogden-Hinckley Airport. These funds will be used for infrastructure improvements at the airport, including utilities, roadways, access, and direct flight support. This action would result in a net adjustment of $6 million to the airport fund in the fiscal year 2021 Ogden City budget. The CIP amendment would modify the scope of work for AR-091 to allow the completion of additional infrastructure work. The original CIP brief contemplated planning for future growth. Revenue recently received from the state of Utah will now allow site preparation and construction to begin to accommodate development on the west side. Public hearings and consideration for both amendments will take place on March 16th. The Council also reviewed a presentation from the administration regarding the fiscal year 2021 second quarter financial report. Because the Council adopted a fiscally conservative budget due to the COVID-19 pandemic, general fund revenues are $3 million over what was initially budgeted. City administration says they are cautiously optimistic about the rest of the fiscal year and into fiscal year 2022. In the Council meeting, the Council and Mayor adopted a joint proclamation declaring March 1st, 2021 as COVID Victims and Survivors Memorial Day in Ogden City. Representatives from Intermountain Healthcare and Ogden Clinic were present to accept the proclamation. The Council and Mayor also adopted a joint proclamation declaring March 2021 as Women's History Month in Ogden City. Representatives from the Weber Heritage Foundation and the Junior League of Ogden were present to accept the proclamation. Although it was listed on the agenda, the Council did not set a public hearing on the proposed amendments to the utility billing fees. The Council requested additional information and discussion on the proposed late fees and service trip fees included in the proposal. This will be scheduled for additional work session discussion in the coming weeks. The entire recording from the meetings of February 23rd can be accessed on the Ogden City Council's Facebook page and podcast with timestamps to skip to specific agenda items. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out to the Council office at 801-629-8153 or send an email to citycouncil@ogdencity.com.